exactly 1 year ago this week, my first product went live on Amazon on October 5th. And so in this video, I thought you might find some value in seeing how I discovered this product and how it was profitable within the first 30 days of launching. But first, my name is Crescent, and if this is our first time meeting, welcome to my channel. My passion is sharing tips and strategies on how you can create a successful Amazon FBA private label business. So if you enjoy videos like this, or if you've been around my channel, consider subscribing and hit that like button, or share this video with a friend to help spread the word. All right, let's get started. All right, let's dive right in here. Here's a sales report from last month. All right, and you can see here that I did $5,600, almost $5,700, and that's moving around 7 units per day on average. And I originally projected this to be 10 units per day while I was doing product research, but over time I've realized from the price point that I have it at now, I actually make more money selling at the higher price point and only selling 7 units per day. So that's with a 50 to 54% profit margin. So if you do some math, 5,700 times 54%, that's about $3,000 profit per month. All right, so product research is the most important part of the entire process. If you don't find a good product, no matter how well you perform the rest of the process, it won't sell well. All right, there's no need to try to reinvent the wheel. There are proven methods that work, yet every day I see people trying to take shortcuts or get easily discouraged because they haven't found a product and it's taken longer than they've expected to find one. I call product research the great filter. If you can't persist past the product research phase, you will not be successful with Amazon FBA private labeling. It's as simple as that. All right, so let's start from the beginning. How did I find this product? Well, I used the Jungle Scout web app, and I used the typical filters and criteria that most people use. So here's the categories that I wanted to sell in, and I selected those. And then obviously I set the standard tier, and typically the price point is between $15 and $50 with a minimum of 300 sales per month. And competition is 75 reviews or less. And of course the weight is below 2 pounds. But I knew at the time that you have to think outside the box. So what I did was I set the price to $10 to $14.99. And the reason being is anything that's $9.99 or less becomes an add-on item, and I didn't want that. And I knew that everybody was looking at $15 and up, so I wanted to see everything between $10 and $14.99, knowing that I would have to add value somehow to raise the price up so that there was profit to be made. Because generally, if the price is below $15, your unit costs and the Amazon FBA fees are going to eat up all of your profits, right? So there's nothing left for you to make. All right, so that's how I originally found the product. So let me show you what the Jungle Scout Chrome extension numbers look like today. And let me get rid of the products that don't apply. All right, and as you can see, the average price is around $11. And obviously it's a little more competitive today as it was a year ago. The reviews is probably half of what it is that you see here. And unfortunately, I didn't have the foresight a year ago to take a screenshot of this Jungle Scout data because I wasn't planning on sharing my journey back then, let alone start a YouTube channel. So as you can see, the average price here is around $11. And what I did to add value was I actually read through the reviews and I found a common complaint, and I was able to fix the problem by talking to my supplier, right? And then I was also able to bundle the product by looking at the frequently bought together section. I want to emphasize the importance of identifying a method of differentiating that adds value. Simply doing something different to differentiate without proven demand isn't a method of differentiation. Something like adding an ebook or adding additional units or offering different sizes and colors, when there's no demand for them isn't going to add value to your product. For example, if you're selling a garlic press, bundling 2 garlic presses together isn't the best way to add value. Pressing garlic isn't a team activity. Same with an ebook. I don't need to know 10 different ways to press garlic or whatever. Okay, one of the best ways to differentiate is to improve the product, fix a problem, or bundle it with an item that actually makes sense to go along with it, right? In my case, the bundled item showed up in the frequently bought together section, but here's a pro tip. Both items showed up as each other's frequently bought together, which gave me more confidence that the 2 items will go well together, since in most cases, a garlic press, if you choose one of the products, there is a frequently bought together section here. What I did was I identified one of the products that was being bought together with the main item. But the key here is that both items were each other's frequently bought together. Okay, so that means, for example, with this garlic press, if you look here, there's a lemon squeezer and there's this grater, right? A zester grater thing. Now, if I click on this lime squeezer, you'll notice that the garlic press and this grater are its frequently bought together. Okay. Now, if we go back to the garlic press and I click on the grater here, you'll notice that the garlic press isn't its frequently bought together. Okay. So since my product and the bundled item were each other's frequently bought together, it gave me additional confidence that it was a great item to bundle together and that they would sell well. All right, so there's a pro tip for you. Additionally, my supplier happened to manufacture both items, so I was able to negotiate a killer price for both items and have them package them together for me. Okay, here's another pro tip, is that most suppliers will have an MOQ that applies to each item. In my case, there was an MOQ of 500 units for the main product and 500 units for the bundled item. But since I was ordering 300 units as a bundle, that's 300 units of each item for a total of 600 items, they waived the 500 unit MOQ for each item for me, so I didn't have to order 500 units of my first payment to the supplier, since this is the first visit of 30%, and then when they completed the manufacturing and I approved to make sure that it's what I wanted, I sent a payment through cover all your bases. Write down everything you've agreed to that you negotiated with your supplier with the payment, so that's well documented. Their responsibility was, and the total price. Okay, and it's all listed right here, so there's no confusion. All right, and then when they completed the payment, when they completed the manufacturing, I sent them the balance. Okay, and you can see here remaining balance on 300 unit order. All right. Lastly, how am I able to make 54% at $22, which is a 40% profit margin? And it sold well at that price point, but I tested different price points, which is something you should do too. I kept raising the price and sales continued until it leveled off at $28, which is more than double the rest of the niche. So what does that mean? That goes to show that people aren't afraid to pay more money if the value is there to support the higher price, or undervalue your product simply because the rest of the niche is priced lower. Okay, so I hope this inspires you guys and shows you this business model works if you simply apply the methods and follow the proven steps. And most importantly, do your due diligence. Don't try to do something new that's unproven, and especially don't take shortcuts, something wrong. Figure out what successful people are doing that you're not doing and follow their footsteps. All right, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you found this helpful. And if you found value in the video, you know what to do. Hit that button, comment, and subscribe. And to make sure you never miss a video, click that bell icon to turn on notifications. There's also a link in the description to our community forums, which you should totally join. Strategy videos, click or tap over here. And as always, thanks for watching.